If you have been following To Your Eternity lately, you are probably thinking the same thing as me.
I'm beginning to see a pattern here that I'm not so sure if I like.
No, not that. Okay, also that. But you're probably thinking about how amazing the last arc of this anime was and how sad its conclusion was. So in his honor, today we'll talk about the best boy, Gugu. The arc starts right after Fushi's first fight with the main villain, which is Groot on steroids. Fushi is still a small brain but somehow manages to defeat it, and together with Granny reaches the old man's house where we meet our best boy for the first time.
Shut the fuck up!
And we immediately see that something is terribly wrong with him. A fate worse than death occurred to this man. Being a scaly. He has a weird mask on and we slowly learn what happened to him through flashbacks. You see, my man Gugu had a tough life so far. He's a poor kid, left behind and betrayed by his older brother, and he got his head smashed in and almost died while saving the girl he likes. Then for some reason the old man who saved his life put a jar of alcohol in his stomach to make some premium stuff? Like, bruh? Kind of a dick move, but I can appreciate the hustle. Anyway, as you can see, we already have a bad luck Brian on our hands. Life really hates this guy. He gets bullied, called a monster because of the mask, and he doesn't have any real family left. So, he decides to stay with the old man, who Frankensteined him back together.
最近思うんだ。なんで僕は僕なんだろうって。なんであの屋敷の子供に生まれなかったんだろうって。
Because we live in a society.
Gugu is a kid. He's naive, he trusted his brother with literally everything he had, even though he seemed a bit sketchy at some point, and that was his downfall. If you're an adult, you have probably been there at one point in your life. You put all your trust in some friend or even family member, and then...
Betrayal.
Ah, the pain. It's tough, even devastating sometimes. So let's see how Gugu handles it.
僕に兄ちゃんはいない。
Okay, no, he was mad at his brother for doing that, but what strikes me as quite interesting is how well Gugu took all of that. He didn't cry, he didn't break. Although he has nothing left, his only family just betrayed him, he accepts his fate and moves on. This clearly shows to me that he must have already been through a lot in his life, even before these events. He's used to bad times and developed a strong mind at a very young age. Even if life beats him down, he still gets up and continues to give it his all. For me personally, that's inspiring as hell. No matter how shit his life is, he just doesn't give up. He does the contrary actually. He actively works on himself and his situation. He accepts that he picked a short straw in life up until now, but he doesn't let that define him. When he saves Rian's life and got once again dealt a shitty hand by life, he's not mad. He doesn't harbor any hate towards Rian or the person who dropped the logs like a dipshit. Gugu's a good person, selflessly helping others. Even after meeting his brother again, the person who betrayed him, he helps him by giving him the only prized possession he has.
兄ちゃん、こんなに痩せ細って、なんて惨めなんだ。これを売ったら、たくさんご飯食べれるよ。
He's such a good kid. This kinda reminds me of these edgy teenage boys on social media writing stuff like, I used to be a good person, but society and stinky women turned me into an asshole. Like, nah bitch, if you can't stay true to yourself, that shit is on you. Good job for not being such a stinky loser like that, Gugu. Anyway, where was I again? Oh yeah, anime. So at some point, some random people even try to sell that bitch into slavery. But he still doesn't give a fuck, honestly. Like, damn, that's some traumatic shit, man. At this point, that's just another day for a Gugu. The mental strength on this guy is amazing. Gugu starts living with the old man, Granny and Fushi, and things slowly start getting better. They all get along quite well. These kind of makeshift families always warm my heart a little. None of these people are related, but nonetheless, they treat each other as family. As the legendary Tommy Wiseau once said,
If a lot of people love each other, the world would be a better place to live.
inspiring. And this is where Gugu surprised me again. He seemingly, for the first time in his life, has good people around him and a stable life. You would think he would lay back and enjoy the time after everything he's been through. But no, not Gugu. Even after getting close to Rian and having a family around him, after getting everything he always wanted, he keeps on giving his best. He trains his body to protect the people he loves. He works hard doing any chores around the house and even helps earning money with the shop. This is the power of a strong mind. No matter how bad or even good the situation is, he keeps working hard and giving it his all. At this point, Fushi is still dumb as shit. But Gugu takes care of and teaches him lots of things. By treating Fushi like a little brother, Gugu wants to make things right and be the older brother everyone deserves, even if he himself didn't have that.
そうフシはまるで兄弟お前の兄さんか弟だ
When the enemy attacked once again, who now has a name? The Nogger Ice Cream. Gugu risks his life by getting absolutely smashed on alcohol in order to save Fushi. He even tells Rin on the way out to the fight that he likes her.
兄さんを一番愛してるのはこの俺グーグーだから
Gugu, you absolute Chad, goddamn. So at this point, I was already on board. I was super invested in these characters and their lives. The characters are interesting and fleshed out, the story is great, and you can't help but cheer for the underdog, Gugu. And then...
もう何年になる？4年だっけ？
はい
4-year time skip. Yes! Finally, Fushi's brain can grow some wrinkles, and Gugu can live a happy life. And Jesus Christ, dude, Gugu is ripped. Bro, what's your workout routine? For every bad thing that happened in my life, I did 1 push-up. Oh lord. All of this made me really happy, seeing these characters live their lives happily and growing up as time passes. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to them.
どうあってもググより先に死ぬのが悔しくてな。あいつには家を出て大人になって好きな道を選んでなりたいもんなって、そういう当たり前の人生を送ってほしいんだ。それを全部まるっと見届けてから俺は死にてえもんだ。
Oh, come on, old man, now you jinxed it. As I've said before in some of my videos, phrases like these are an immediate death sentence for any character.
どうあってもググより先に死ぬのが悔しくてな。
Okay, let's stay calm and see how all of this plays out.
What? Oh.
See what you've done, old man. After the fight, we get one of the most heartfelt death scenes I have ever seen. In the end, Gugu achieved everything. He got the girl, got a family, trained his body and mind, and he acted selflessly until the end, saving the people he loves. Only by never giving up. only by having a strong mind.